Copper has rocketed in popularity and price, everybody. Where can you get copper? We're going to talk about that on this morning's video. It's all about Super Copper Sunday. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Super Copper Sunday, everybody. We get to talk about copper this morning. We get to show you some pickups that we got on copper, and we get to show you some other pickups on some silver stuff, some numismatic stuff. Not a whole lot, but we got in some pickups yesterday. Pretty cool stuff. Most of it didn't come in, even though it was here where I live. The post office had it. They only delivered one. How about that? USPS. Both of our copper lights are on full blast, everybody. Copper, minted copper. Let me explain that. Minted copper, everybody, is on fire right now. It is on fire. It is difficult to find. There are some places out there that have some copper. Some of the maybe the cheaper copper rounds and such. But some of them, the price that they want for them has really rocketed. We're going to show you a few of those sites. We're going to show you what stuff is selling for still. And has it gone up since our last Sunday video on Super Copper Sunday? It has. And I pulled out all of my copper stack, everybody, to show you what I have. I think we have a little over 650 ounces, 660, something like that. I counted up. Might be more than that. I might be able to go find some more. But happy Super Copper Sunday to all you copper lovers. More and more of the stackers out there are starting to turn into some copper, minted copper, and stacking some minted copper. They don't stack a bunch of it. My first love, once again, is silver, but copper is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful metal to stack, and it has gone up in value. There isn't, once again, we're going to say this once again, everybody, there isn't something that you're going to tell me that I haven't already heard about copper. Scrap copper wire, tubing, you can just stack pennies, you can just do this. I've heard it all, everybody. So if you're going to comment that way, don't do it because, boop, you know, see ya. There's a lot of copper haters, and it's not because they're not stupid. Nobody's stupid on our channel, everybody. Copper, you got to watch it. I mean, just like any other metal, you have to watch it. You have to study it. You have to do your research before you buy it. So don't buy anything, everybody, until you do your own research. I say that because I'm not a financial advisor, and I want you to do the right thing for you. I want to welcome all of our new stackers all over the world. A little bit of allergies this morning. I want to welcome and thank you, new stackers. All of our stackers all over the United States, all of our viewers, everybody. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. We are so close to that, golly, to that 6,000 mark where we're going to be giving the rest of the gold backs away and the rest of the Libertad copper bars. So we're excited about that. It has rocketed. I can't hardly believe it. It's just, it's all God-given. So we're at 5,942 subscribers, everybody. Guys, we're, what, 58 subscribers away. So, man, let's get this done. Let's do it. Hey, let's make a big dent in it this week. Let's make a big dent in it today. Let's get started on talking about this beautiful stuff. We're going to show you the prices and who's got it, who doesn't. Then we're going to get into our pickups on what we got. And I hope you love the video. Best thing you can do for me is watch it all the way through. Hit that bell button so you get notified on our silver and gold and precious metals updates every week at 5:30 in the morning, every day, but every week. So snow on the ground, 12 inches on the ground here where I live. So what a great snowy morning. Everybody stay warm. Let's get to it. Everybody, before we check out everything that's going on with copper, let's look at our Kitco base metal prices on copper. We're at $5.78 a pound, everybody. So let me show you something. This right here makes absolutely no difference on what is going on with minted copper. This basically is the price per pound for copper, spot price, everybody. By the time, if we were going to talk about scrap copper, wire tubing, etc., grounding rods, all that on copper, and copper for everything else, by the time it gets to your stores, your Home Depots, your hardware stores, all that, you're not paying this. You're paying extra high premiums on it, just like you are everything else. So what do you want to keep? Do you want to go buy a bunch of wire that you got to strip and maybe go sell at a retail store? Or are you going to go buy tubing and all that stuff? It costs money to make that stuff, so the premiums are high on it. Copper, guys, is going to explode this year. There's a lot of industrial use. It's now a strategic metal. So let's get started. Copper is really doing good. It's down a little bit. It was up to around $6. It'll go back up. So let's hang in there. We're not worried about the spot price on copper as much as we would be, like, for instance, silver and stuff. But look at nickel, $8.41 a pound. It's also, the bars have high premiums, but they're awesome looking bars. They're making some cool stuff. You got some aluminum and zinc. There's a lot of guys out there that they actually pour aluminum bars and they pour zinc bars and such. But let's get started and let's look at some of the money sites right here, everybody. This one, look here, in stock alert. Let's push her over just a little bit. These are just, to me, they're generic bars, but they're still copper. And the popularity of this stuff is absolutely crazy. That's $134.99 for a 5-pound bar. $21.99 for 1 to 19. If you buy 1 to 19 on this, that's a 1-pounder. But these guys, these are just your basic scrap, not scrap, but your basic bars. I call them paperweights. And I'm not into those too much, but if you look at it, a lot of this stuff is in stock alert. Let's go over and let's punch in. Let's do another search on this stuff and see if we can get some more things picked up here. Okay, these are more of your designer copper bars, the stuff that everybody likes. They're really, really nice bars. Look at the price. From 20 to 480 is $3.49 on a little banknote 1-ounce bar. Okay, $3.50, basically $3.50 a piece. And by the time you use your bank card, they've got you. So let's get out of this. I don't know what heck is going on here. Let's kill that. All right. It's the internet for you, right? But I mean, $3.50 a piece plus your bank card. These are the 5-ounce kind of generic stuff, $17.24. Look at the price on that. And this, guys, this is on a major dealer website, $17.24 for a 5-ounce, kind of a generic money metals bar. Here's a little bit more popular bar right here, the Frontier Mints, everybody. $33, 1 to 4, for a 10-ounce bar. So the Germanias and the Geigers, everybody. Here's a Geiger right here. That's 100-ounce bar for $200. But look, everything's in stock alert. What does that do when it's not out there? Guys, it drives the price on this stuff up, way up. I mean, here's a 5-ounce. This is more in line. I paid quite a bit less for this when I first started for this little 5-ounce Germania, and they're about $17. And this is one of the cheaper websites for the Germania bars and the Geiger bars and such. $34 for a Geiger 10-ounce and $17 for a 5-ounce. And they have gone up in price, but it doesn't matter because you can't get them. So what do you have to pay for them when supply and demand is really, really high? So, I mean, a kilo bar here is about $100 for a Geiger. I saw some Germanias that I'm a little bit worried about buying, but hey, let's, because, you know, once you hit the button and you buy it, then they say, oh, by the way, there's delayed shipping on that stuff. Happy coffee. So let's roll over here to our next one, everybody. That was Money Metals, and still a very reputable company. And then this one right here is JM Bullion. They got some really cool copper bars here. But look at the price on this one. 1-ounce Bison copper bar, $8.99. $8.99, $8.99, $8.99. But look here. This will fool you guys. You got to be careful. It says add to cart. But look here. Pre-sale, pre-sale, pre-sale. January, February, March 20th, okay? Eventually, you will probably get these. But you're going to pay $9 for a 1-ounce copper bar. That's what has happened with all these copper bars. They're so popular right now that, you know, supply and demand drives the pricing up on these things. It's just crazy. I mean, a banknote bar, 5. This one doesn't even have a price. This one just says pre-sale. So they must be getting ready to bring these in. They haven't had them before. But I mean, look here. Here's a Silvertown pony. It's in stock alert. Germania in stock alert. Here's the 10-ounce, same thing. This is JM Bullion, everybody. And then, of course, we have the regular stuff right here, just the regular copper. That's actually kind of cool. A cylinder, it'll be kind of cool for paperwork for me. But let's move over here to, we're going to move here. What is this? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, where is it? Government. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Government actually has a Germania 1,000 gram copper cast bar, $91.95, and I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna hit that one. But when you do that, and then you go to check out, it never fails because it's happened to me before. They come back and say there's a delay in shipping. You're not going to get your stuff until such and such date. It happened to me with the 5-ouncers. But there are some places out there, I mean, that have copper. Money Metals has some copper, unless they sell out. We got Government that's got some copper. We've got one of our viewers. He's been waiting on his for several weeks, I think, from Government, and he finally got a shipping on it. But if you go scroll down here, look at a 5-ounce, and I've got a couple of these, maybe 3 of these, $28.95, everybody. I remember when these things were $8, okay? But this is Government. I mean, these are really cool 5-ounce bars, $28.95 for a 5-ounce round. All right, I'm more into the Germania and Geiger, but hey, let's move over to eBay right now. Let's look at some eBay stuff. So eBay, this is everything that's been sold, everyone. Now I haven't refreshed this. Let's just refresh it and see what happens here. January 24th, yesterday. 1 kilo, $269.99. Now you saw over there on government where it was about 92 bucks, right? I gotta take a drink of coffee here. 92 bucks. So this is going to be a long video, guys. So kind of bear with us. I like to go over this stuff with you. Here's one for almost 270 that's sold. These are sold, guys. 1 kilo Germania bars. They're so popular and they're so scarce right now, hard to get. If you can get them, buy them. If you can buy them for 92 bucks, guys, you need to. But right now they're hard to get. And when it's hard to get, guess what? You go on eBay and they're selling them like freaking fireworks. They're going as fast as you can get them. The popularity on this stuff has increased so much. And I think it's going to continue to increase. I don't think our copper is really going to go down because of the industrial uses. When you talk about industrial copper, the prices of that will go up. That'll drive the price of these up because cost to manufacture these, to pour them, melt them, pour them, stamp them, ship them, house them, all that stuff. Here's another one, 270-ish, 270-ish. And here we have two for $535, sold January 24th. Now this one right now would have been considered a good buy, January, $219. A lot of these guys are just up for auction. So when you go look at the auction, there might be 30 bids on these things. It's absolutely incredible. Plus you got, of course you've got your shipping and everything. When you go on eBay to look for copper bars and such and everything, see if there's any free shipping on these things. Click that free shipping and that'll save you a little bit of money. But $269.99. Here is a 5 ounce. Now, $75, okay, for a 5 ounce on eBay sold. This stuff is selling like gangbusters. So when you talk about scrap copper, you talk about how much it is per ounce and how high the premiums are. Right now, it doesn't make it a difference. I mean, this is proof in the pudding right here, everybody. Look at this, $121.42 for a 5 ounce sold. All right. Here's a kilo for another $269.99, 270 bucks. Here's a 5 ounce, 60 bucks. Here's another kilo, same price, 22nd. Look at that. Look at that, 248 bucks. It is absolutely out of hand. The kilos are really hot right now. 10 ounce Germania, 125 bucks, everybody. Look at that, 242, 710 for 1,000 grams. Well, it's 1,000 grams, but it's 5 ounce Germanias, looks like. It's absolutely crazy. Let's look at Geiger on eBay. Let's go up here. This is a 100 ounce Geiger bar. I do not have one of these. 759 bucks sold. Here is a 1 kilo, $225. Guys, my copper stack has really rocketed in price. If I were going to put it up and sell it, I could sell every bit of it today on eBay. It'd be gone. It would be gone. I could just set a price, buy it now, it'd be gone. It wouldn't matter. Or I could do, a auction on it, and it probably would bring a lot more. Here's another one, 1,000, 201.50 gone, January 24th. Here's a 100 ounce Geiger, $579. That's a pretty good buy compared to what we're seeing. Here's a square. I've got this one, $212.50. Now look at this. I don't have this one, but it's 300 bucks. It's a kilo bar, but it's $300 for that. That's pretty cool. And then look at these little 2 ounce. I've got these, 20 bucks a piece. I mean, that's pretty good. 2 ounces. And these bad boys right here, this is actually a good price, but they're bringing more money even now. These 100 gram Geiger bars in their slabs. I mean, that's a Geiger slab. It's really cool. They're beautiful. $75. I didn't even pay close to this. $75. Here's a 10 ounce Geiger for basically $100. $97. Here's one right here. $249, $250 for that one. It's absolutely crazy what is going on. So everybody, let's check it out. I mean, we're having tough times trying to get this stuff. There are a few out there. Do some good research, get on the internet, start your hunt, and you're sure to find something out there. But if you can't, you go to eBay and snatch it up if you can, because that's basically what I'm doing. The problem is finding this stuff. Even on eBay, buy it now is very, very difficult. So let's check out some copper pickups, everybody, and we'll get rolling right now. Hey, so before we get started on our pickups, everybody, on this beautiful, beautiful copper, I pulled out, basically this is my stack of copper. So, I've gotten this over time, and it's when you pull it out and you set it all out, it's absolutely one of the most beautiful metals, I think, red metals on the planet. And the popularity has just skyrocketed, especially on germanium, Geiger, Swamp East Bullion Bar. Everybody's seen that. Really cool. These things are going for astronomical amounts of money on eBay right now. They're very popular. He's probably one of the most popular hand-poured bars out there. That didn't come out right, but you guys understand. And then, of course, we got the Geiger, with 2 ounce, the 5s, the 10s, the Germania 5s, the Germania 10s, the Germania kilos, everyone. So before we get started, one of our viewers, and I didn't mention this just a little bit ago, he sent me an email and said, hey, go to DB Metals and look at this letter. Well, so I printed the letter off, but if you go to DB Metals, you can find this letter from the president of DB Metals. And basically what this is telling us is they are completely overwhelmed, and they have temporarily turned off product listings right now. And the reason for that is it's so popular, and most of their stuff is copper, but it's so popular right now that they had to shut the website down, the listings down, not the website, but all the listings, product listings, just because they can't get them out fast enough. They've got some titanium. That's an alternative metal, everybody, but they can't get it out fast enough. So go check out DB Metals and look at the website and read that letter. It's really interesting. And that just tells me real quick that all of this stuff right here is so popular. Our metals are beautiful copper metal that everybody invests their time into finding are difficult to get. Now, there are some websites out there, if you really do your research, that you can find some of this stuff. It may not be what you want, but the 5 ounce rounds, like the Buffaloes and the Libertad 5 ounce and the Morgan 5 ounce, I think those are some of my favorite on the rounds. So I'll get those, and these are kind of more of a novelty deal that the grandkids love. But we've talked about this before, but let's look at some pickups. I got some pretty cool pickups. I only got, what did I get? I only got one copper pickup. And I'll show you that last, because guys, it's just too cool. I mean, it's just, you're going to love this, and you guys have probably seen it before, but we're going to check it out. But let's start with Mrs. SSC. She's from Germany. So we found in 1908, Germany, almost uncirculated, silver 5 mark. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. We're going to turn on our light, which we did, so we can get a little bit closer look on this thing. I already put it in a capsule, but we'll try to get it as close as possible. It's actually a very, very nice coin, everybody. It's a German 5 mark. 1908. Mrs. SSC, like I said, she's German. I hope I won I won an auction. I did go on to eBay and there was an auction on another German coin. I'm going to look at that after our video, make sure, see if we won those. There might be a couple, 2 or 3 things we won. Hey, beautiful, beautiful German 5 mark, 1908. SSC does like collectible stuff. On top of my silver and my silver, heavy silver stack, plus my collectability, we're diversifying quite a bit. You know, gold backs, copper. We've got some nickel, like we showed you last week. If you guys are new to copper, or if you're new to my channel, we showed these last Sunday on Super Copper Sunday. The Buffalo nickel bar, and this is CMC mint, and you would think CMC, what is that, Chinese? A Chinese mint? This one is, no, this is the United States. It's a mint in the United States, guys. Central Metals Company, I believe. But I had to pick this up on eBay, and these got some pretty high premiums too, but they're very, very cool. So put that back down in my stack. And then what came in, I wanted one of these just because it's, you know, I'm a World War II buff, and it's a 1943 West Point Mercury dime. It's in actually pretty good shape, but you can see how it's kind of turning a little bit, but it's actually a pretty decent dime. You know, I've never really got into the constitutional stuff, but one person that got me into this, one dime at a time, is Sober Stacker, because he's doing a lot of the Mercury dimes and such, and I am doing the collector side of the Mercury dimes. Pretty cool. I just love that. I had a whole bunch more coming, but they didn't show up. Is what it is, right? So happy coffee to that. And let's move on. We got some kind of weird stuff. Let's pull this out. Okay. I had one of my LCSs said, "Hey man, you probably should get some of these because there's a possibility of value coming here." And I didn't get some, I got a lot. These are the Venezuelan, and actually just kind of cool to have, Venezuelan Bolivariana or something like that. Not sure how you pronounce it, because since I'm from the United States, I can't pronounce all that stuff, but I'm sure some of you can. 1 million. And everybody, you know, as everybody knows, Venezuela is in the tank, hyperinflation. That's what socialism does to you. It takes your paper money, this right here, and it devaluates it, and you can no longer buy anything with it. But these may have someday, years and years and years and years from now, collectability. But one of my LCSs said, "Hey man, I think these are going to rocket in value." It's a risk, but they were so cheap. Might as well get them, have fun, put them away, protect them, and let the grandkids have fun with them someday. And if they become $1 million, well, then SSC can retire. Check. Oh, and boy, would I love to retire. Now, Mrs. SSC got something that was really, really cool. This was part of her Christmas present, everybody, and she's very excited about this. It is an absolutely beautiful 925. I think it's 925. It may be, it might be close to being almost solid. Let's look. It's marked in there. You can't. It's hard to see. It's marked, but you can see in there. But it weighs a ton, man. It is heavy, but it's a beautiful, beautiful silver ring. So she's pretty excited about that, and you know, it's just a little bit big, so we may end up having to have it sized. But it's a very, very cool silver ring. And as we're Silver Stacker Cracker, we love silver, and Mrs. SSC loves silver. So let's move on to one that I've been waiting on for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And I'm going to get more of these because everybody, these things are on the roll. There it is, everybody. It finally came. You heard me talking about it. USPS, United States Postal Service, lost this. And I was very fortunate. I went on to their website and I did a lost package claim, and they found it. And it was sitting in Enid, Oklahoma. I don't know for how long, but it was sitting there. They found it, and the next day it was here. So Geiger, beautiful Geiger 100 gram. Guys, these things are going to blow up in popularity just because, they're in the, Geiger's the oldest mint in Europe, okay? And they mint silver, and they got gold, and now they do copper. Why do they mint copper? Gee, I wonder why. Why do they mint copper? Because it sells. It's popular. Even if they were just making just $1 jillion on this stuff, if nobody bought it, then they'd stop minting it, right? So what happens if they do stop minting copper, these bars? Well, guess what happens? They now become a collectability item, all right, including the bars right here, including the 500 grams and the 1 kilo I got sitting here, all that stuff. Then that stuff becomes collectible. So let's see if we can put this back without it falling. It crashed earlier, so no, man down. All right, so we're going to try that once more again, because it really makes a beautiful display if it'll stay there. Let's see if we'll try it one more time, everybody. Here we go. Will it stay? If it doesn't stay, I'm just going to take it down. There we go. There we go. So that makes a beautiful display right there of this beautiful, beautiful red metal. We're going to the last one that I have, everybody, and it is, I already bought another one actually, and I'll be showing that to you, but I'm going to be buying more of these. So let's show you what we got here, everybody. This is a Cook Islands Wild West copper coin. It is not around, everybody. It's a coin. It's an actual value. If I can remember how this thing opens up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we got it figured out. So you can buy these with this incredible display box, or you can buy them without. So let's get this out. Okay, let's get that out. And it's a beautiful, beautiful box. But the detail on this, let's pull this coin out. It is a coin, guys. It is a coin. And everybody says they don't make money from copper. It's not money. It's not currency. Well, there you go. There it is, everybody. They made pennies for, years and years and years. And, they've made money out of copper from back in ancient times. But look at the detail on that thing. And these are quite expensive. Some of these are as high as silver almost. Not quite, but there you go. There it is. Really, really beautiful. Look at the detail on that thing. That is amazing. I'm very, very proud of this. And I have another one coming that I'll be showing you on Super Copper Sunday next week. And I'm going to get some more of these. We've got some shopping to do, everybody. So we'll have some pickups hopefully next week, especially on these. These are just absolutely beautiful. I think there is a 4-coin series of these, but you've got, look at, the 3D, super ultra high relief. Just incredible copper coin. Cook Islands, everybody. Cook Islands, wild, wild west. And we're going to add that to our stack of copper. We'll put this thing back in here. And wow, amazing, amazing piece, guys. So, hey, everybody, let's put that right there. Full copper blown stack right here. Yes, I may be crazy. No, I may not be crazy. We've been talking about copper for, almost a year now. And so far, I've been right on the popularity, on the price increases on copper. Now, you do your own work, you do your own research. Remember, everybody, I am not a financial advisor, but I have proven so far, now this could change, but I have proven that these minted bars and rounds have gone up in value. So here we go. SSC, happy Sunday, Super Copper Sunday, everyone. Everybody have a great day. If you're getting hit with the winter storm, be safe, stay warm. I think we've got multiple inches of snow, 12 inches, 10, 15, I don't know what it is. But anyway, we're going to stay inside and cook today. Everybody have a happy Sunday. SSC right here, Oklahoma, United States of America. And I am out.